Can you guys believe that the Maury Show is still a thing? They're still doing new episodes of the Maury Show. Now, we all know the history that this podcast has with the Maury Show and everything else going on with it. You know what I mean? I kind of, for like 10 minutes, dated a girl who was in fact on it. On her first date, she showed me the taping of her episode. It was a little weird. That's like, it's honestly my Are You Garbage audition, to be honest with you. Like, if I could ever have one thing to let them know that I would be, like a great guest on the Are You Garbage podcast, would be the fact that I once dated a girl, and on the first date, she showed me the audition tape, or not the actual episode that they filmed on the Maury Show of her and her baby daddy, because he was denying the birthright of their child together. And I'm not going to spoil it for you. I won't spoil it for you here. I'll let you do your own research whether he was or was not the father. Like, can you believe that we're still here? And like, I'm pretty, like, the excuses that I see, I'm pretty sure this one, the excuses are getting a little thin. Like, the excuses for why we're on the show, why we're denying the child, we're putting the child through trauma, right? Because let's call it what it is. When you go on these specific certain reality, family drama type, court style, whatever, I don't like my baby, they're only 3 months old. There's not much they do, but cling and sleep with their mother anyway. So it's not really, just calm down for 3 months. Like, you're fine. Like, why do you need to, we don't need to go on the Maury Show. Like, the baby looks just like you, And so we continue to deny our relatives or baby or whatever, it's all fun. It's all for fun and games, because these two, if you look at these two, if you look at these two people, these two people couldn't be more excited for the restaurant that they got to go to, the night that they got to spend in the free hotel room that the Maury Show paid for while they're filming in Seattle, Connecticut, or wherever they film this thing. And so that's the only reason they're there. The only reason these two are here is because they said they'd pay for the hotel and they give them a voucher for dinner. And that's exactly what they did. And we couldn't be more happy for them. And the story just doesn't get it. Honestly, it takes the cake of the girl I dated. Her story's been pegged down by a few. I think their excuse at the time, which, the year was like, what, 2011, 2012, maybe? Between 2011, 2012, their excuse for being on the Maury Show was they couldn't afford condoms. So, newsflash, they could, and it's fine because, you can get them anywhere and everywhere most of the times for free. And you can get single ones if you know where to go for like a quarter. It's fine. Just stop. And there's also, you're being irresponsible teenagers. It's fine. But these two, when you're in love, you're in love. And he is clearly in love with her. Her, on the other hand, we'll see.
They're only looking for excuses. Patricia supports everything that he does.
Okay.
I was already pregnant in that picture. It's very obvious.
Okay.
Look at the nose, the eyes, the eyebrows. She's got...
Oh, right. By the way, so he's claiming because she has a picture on her Facebook with another man is the reason that he's not the father of the baby, even though she was pregnant with said baby in the picture that he's claiming isn't hers. It's something weird. It's the weirdest. It's the most outrageous, reachable. It's such a reach. It's such a reach. And you know what I mean?
My ears, yes, but that is his daughter.
No.
Here we go. Get ready.
No.
So how did Robert react when you told him you were pregnant?
Went to Taco Bell, took a pregnancy test. He said, I don't believe. We were driving trucks at the time.
True.
We were driving trucks.
That's not true.
Back it up.
That's not true. Listen, he's in the background. That's not true. That's not true, Maury. It was a Hardee's. We pulled into a Hardee's, Maury, and that's where we took the pregnancy test, okay? That's where we took it, Maury. It wasn't a Taco Bell. It wasn't a Taco Bell. She's lying, Maury. See what she's lying? She's lying. Maury, she's lying about the fast food restaurant that we took the friggin' pregnancy test in. She's obviously lying about me and being the father, Maury.
There were pregnancy tests at Taco Bell.
Well, isn't that the question we're all asking, huh? I mean, let's go. Come on, let us know what happened.
I went to the dollar store, bought the pregnancy test. We were in a truck. It's hard to use the bathroom in a truck. There's no toilet.
Got it. She got the pregnancy test from the dollar store. Got it. This is probably also his case. But for those of us who know, and if you know, you know, when you get the pregnancy test from the dollar store for $1, they're equally accurate. And so, you know, get them wherever, get the Clear Blue, get the 7-day thing, whatever, the predictor thing. I don't know how it all works. All I know is when it usually says yes, it usually means yes. And so so now that we have the proper timeline, we're truck drivers. And so they're probably sleeping in the truck, right? They probably just like live in the truck to constantly just be making money. And because they sleep in the truck, that's how they have all their money. And they keep, right. It's like a whole thing. I don't know. Maybe that's how it works. I'm not a truck driver. I wouldn't know. And so, but she can't pee easily in the truck. So once they go to the dollar store to get the test strip for the pregnancy test, she then has to go to the Taco Bell. She says it was a Taco Bell. He says it was a Hardee's, I think. It doesn't matter, I guess. And so that's where the pregnancy test was taken. And boy, oh boy, we're back at it. It doesn't get better. It's just the hits don't ever stop.
Said, okay, but he doesn't believe in the dollar store pregnancy test. So I said, okay. I said, fine. We got a load. We went to New York. We left New York. We went to North Carolina. Raleigh, North Carolina, I went to the hospital.
Right.
They did a pregnancy test. It came back positive. They did an ultrasound. They told him, your baby is due Christmas Day.
What a mirror. It's Jesus. Hey, should I say it? I shouldn't say it. It's probably the second coming of Jesus. Their baby, what a great, holy shit. I didn't do that on purpose. I didn't put the Christmas tree up and then automatically have the second coming of Jesus on Christmas Day. Their baby came. Oh, wow. Isn't that precious? Isn't that so precious? I mean, good for them. They were the ones, huh? And Maury got the breaking news inside scoop bomb drop. Dang. Wow. Good for them. I mean, a real true Christmas miracle. I mean, if that doesn't tell you that we're going to have a great, now I'm pumped, Daddy. Now I'm pumped for the future. Now I'm ready to go. These two got baby J on the way, or like it's here, whatever. I don't know how old she is. She's probably here already. Baby J's here. Rocking and rolling, second coming, December 25th. Yes, I love it. And we're still, look at these two. And then the mom, of course, Patricia. Robert and Patricia. That's their names. Robert and Patricia. Oh, God. You know, she just does whatever he wants, and he does whatever he wants. So it's crazy for me to think that like she's just there to go with the flow. None of his friends would have his back in this situation because something tells me he asked them. And when they say, yeah, no, I'm good, bro. I don't want to be on the Maury Show. You know, that's not my thing. You know what I mean? And so his mother is just essentially the only one that, is here and will support him through this, this tough time, is figuring out whether it's his daughter or not. I mean, you can't, it's the foundation that keeps our society. It's the backbone of America. You know what I mean? Whatever terminology you want to use in that sense is pretty much what the Maury Show has become. If this show goes off the air, things we'll probably have riots in the streets. We'll have families will be broken. Societies will most likely crumble. Everything I talked about, the world ending clip that I posted last week or a few weeks ago, all of that will most likely come true 100%. And so, it's fun. For Robert and Patricia, this isn't a game. They're not playing games anymore. It's not his baby. You know how he knows? Because he was sleeping in his mom's bed the night
After that, it was his little princess.
Here's what they say. You wouldn't give him the birth certificate.
For what? He denies her, so I'm going to prove it to him, and then his name can go on it, and he can have a copy of it.
But it's supposed to be my baby, though. No extra for proof.
Robert's never seen
It's
your
supposed
dog.
to be my baby, but I'm extra for...
All right. It's quite literally one of the most insane situations every time. And they're going to argue and argue and argue and argue and argue and argue and argue. And now the moment we've all been waiting for, they hand Maury the envelope. Maury, dude, count. I want to know, put a comment down below how many times you think Maury opened a DNA test envelope. It's got to be, it's got to be more. It's definitely more. He definitely opens more than one each episode. There's got to be a math, because it can't be this. It's probably not the same every time, because sometimes they probably have longer episodes, like stories that take up the whole thing. So there might not even be. Sometimes there's not even one envelope, I'm sure, if they just do oh, wow. Someone, let's take a guess how many envelopes you think Maury has opened in his lifetime. Right? So we don't need to necessarily, listen to the whole argument. That's what this podcast's for. I filled you in on all the gaps, right? Facebook photo, they're all it's fine. You get it, right? It's fine. We've got the results.
Whether you're the father of this
And if I am,
child.
I'm going to step up. I'm going to do what I got to do.
Okay.
I sure hope so.
And he says what they always say.
When it comes to 10-month-old Jayliana, Robert, you are the father.
Boom. Oh, wow. Wow. He just wants to be a family. And this mean lady is screaming at him. He just found out he is a father. And all he wants to do is hug the mother of his daughter. And she's just yelling at him. This is probably why he wasn't there in the first place. Like, she was probably just yelling at him in the delivery room the whole time. And then when they got home, she probably just yelled at him some more. And when he tried to make a bottle for the baby, she probably just yelled at him even more. And now she's yelling at him on the Maury Show. So I feel for this dude. Obviously, we're going to have to see him on the Judge Brown show now, because they're probably going to have to battle it out for custody. So they'll probably take this couple directly over to the next CW show that deals with, custody battles, or Steve Wilkos or someone else will take these guys on to conclude their cinematic universe story. But it's crazy. It's crazy. He just want to hug. And she wouldn't give him one. And that's a little upsetting to me, but I get it. Still at the same time. I fully understand. She didn't, she didn't feel like he deserved a hug. And I get it sometimes, sometimes I want a hug, but I don't deserve one. Sometimes, other people in my life want hugs and don't deserve them, but we have to give them anyways. So it's, she just really needs to calm down and give what is clearly now the confirmed father of her child a hug, because he's not going anywhere, not going much of anywhere. You're going to be probably stuck with him now for pretty much ever. He's probably bound to the laws of the Maury Show, right? They kind of messed up there, because now they're going to check in on you. You probably got to go to classes. You probably got to go to therapy. I don't know. Dr. Phil sends his kids to the ranch. Who knows what the Maury Show does? They probably have a camp somewhere. They probably have a Maury Show camp, Maury Camp Maury, where you just, you camp outside under the cold with no blankets for 6 months straight. And that's your breaking point. And that's how they get you to be a faithful, husband and father to your newfound family due to the DNA test results and the lie detector test that the Maury Show just did to you. It's pretty crazy.